Namaste. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to practice a backbend class. Today I have Martine with me here in Bali and she is going to demonstrate and help me with my class. So let's get started. Sitting in a comfortable position, hands onto the thighs, index finger and the thumb together. Legs crossed either in Sukhasana or you can lock them in Padmasana, lotus pose. Spine nice and long, shoulders relaxed, neck long, and the face completely soft. Take a breath in and slowly breathe out, arriving into this moment, onto your mat, into this class. Take slow and steady breaths. Today's class is for those who have already some practice in yoga. Because we are going to do some challenging poses in the back bending. And during the class, you can always take a break and take it slow according to your pace. Back bending is not just good for the spine, but also very good to help you open up, to feel free and alive. We're going to begin the practice by bringing the hands together in Anjali Mudra and chant Om 3 times, inviting good energy and positivity. Breathe in. And gently open your eyes with a lovely smile. Now interlock your fingers, turn your palms up. Raise your hands higher, extend your elbows completely. Notice the length, the stretch in the sides of your spine as you ground through your sit bones. Keep raising your hands higher. Now with the next exhalation, take your hands to the right side. Feel the stretch on the left side of the body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. One more time. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the right side. This time you're going to release your hands. Place your right hand down, left hand over your head. Maybe you can go onto your right forearm and stretch for 1. You can turn your head up to look up towards the sky. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale onto the left side. Take your left hand down or the forearm, right hand over your head. Look up towards the ceiling as you open up your chest and as you stretch the entire right side of the body. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist onto your right side. Take your right hand to the back. Hold your right knee with your left hand and turn. Inhale, raise your hands back up. Exhale and twist onto your left side. Turn and twist. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale and twist onto your right. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale onto your left. We're going to do one more time. Inhale up. Exhale onto your right. Stay here for 1, 2. With every inhale, lift your chest up. Every exhale, twist a little deeper. 4 and 5. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, twist onto your left side. Turn and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale, raise your hands up. Hold your opposite elbows and lift your chest up. Push the chest forward, tailbone going back. Maybe if possible, look up, stay here for 1. Breathing into the openness into your chest. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exhale, take your hands to the back, interlock your fingers. Make a fist. Inhale, lift your chest up. Bring your shoulder blades close to each other. Exhale again and bend forward to lift your hands higher without lifting your buttocks up. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale and come up. Exhale and release your hands. Now we're going to come into all fours, onto the hands, onto the knees. Start moving in cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale and round. Inhale to arch. Exhale and round. Inhale, arch, bring your abdomen down. Lift your chest forward, lift your head up. Exhale and round. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale and round. One more time. Inhale, arch. And stay here looking forward. Bringing your abdomen down. Draw your shoulders back. Chin up. Exhale and round. Look towards your navel. Now, staying that in that position, lift your knees slightly off the floor, keeping the back rounded. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Move your heels up and down, stretching the back of your legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, move forward into plank. Exhale, lower down completely onto your abdomen. Stretch your hands to the front. If you have a block, you can hold the block and lift up into Shalabhasana. Lift your legs, hands, and the chest. To lift up, you need to contract the entire back of the body, which is becoming stronger in this pose. 1, 2, very good. See if you can lift your legs a little higher. 4, very good. And 5, slowly exhale, release. Bring your hands by the side of your face. Press, lift up into Cobra pose or a baby cobra. Stretching the front of the body, exhale, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push your hips back and up, push your chest back towards your knees. Now step your right foot forward between your hands. Keep your back heel and the knee lifted up. Come onto the fingertips. Look forward, lifting your chest up and sinking your hips down, back knee straight. Stay here for 1, 2, stretching the legs, lengthening the spine. 4, 5. Now inhale, raise your hands up, staying in that position of the legs. Interlock your fingers, turn your palms up, lengthen your spine, and sink your hips down. A low, high lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, take your legs back into plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, up into Cobra pose. Exhale, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push your hips back and up, feel the stretch. Now step your left leg forward between your hands, knee lifted up, heel lifted up. Come onto the fingertips, lift your chest up, sink your hips down. Stay here for 1. Slow breathing throughout the practice. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to raise your hands up for the lunge. Sinking your hips down, lifting your chest up, taking your hands back, opening up your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, take your legs back into plank. Exhale, lower down your knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale up into Cobra pose. Cobra pose for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. At any point of time you need a child's pose, feel free to go into your child's pose. Stay here in downward facing dog for 1, 2, keep pushing your chest back, keep pushing your hips higher. 3, 4, and 5. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Bring your back knee down to the floor. Raise your hands up. Hold your opposite elbows. Bend your elbows. Hold, push your hips forward. and lift your chest up. Beautiful. Stay here for 1. Notice the stretch in the left quadricep, right hip, and in the front of the chest as you take your hands back. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and twist onto your right side. Take your left elbow outside your right knee. You can open your hands or you can stay there with your hands pressing into each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Hands down to the floor. Take your legs back into plank. Lower down your knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale up into Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Stay here for 2 breaths. Push your thighs down and lift your chest up. Exhale, push your hips back and up. Step your left leg forward between your hands and the right knee down to the floor. Raise your hands up, fold your elbows and hold your opposite elbows. Push the hips forward and lift your chest up. Opening up for 1. Slow breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, we need to do the twist on this side. Hands to your heart center, twist onto your left side. Take your right elbow outside your left knee. Very good. And we are all human. Sometimes we forget. It's okay. Stay here for 1, 2, or you can open your hands like Martin is doing. 3, 4, and 5. Hands down to the floor. Inhale, take your legs back into plank. Exhale into downward facing dog this time. Push your hips back and up. Sometimes Martin forgets what is downward facing dog. Push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Bring your feet wide. Feet wider and walk your hands to the feet into a forward bend. Stay here. You can hold your opposite elbows and hang in there for 1, 2, 3. Releasing any tension in the back, in the neck. 4 and 5. Bring your hands down to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Go into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, move forward into plank as you inhale. Shoulders forward in line with your wrist. Bring your knees down, chest and chin down, Cobra pose again. Inhale up into Cobra. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your right leg up as high as you can. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Bring your back knee down to the floor and lift your chest up. Take your hands to the back, interlock your fingers. Make a fist and lift your chest up. Bringing your hands down and lifting your chest up. Take your awareness between your shoulder blades. The space between your shoulder blades contracting to lift the space between your chest. 1. Slow down your breathing. If you're breathing faster, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Raise your hands up this time. Now you're going to hold the left wrist with your right hand and go onto the right side into a side stretch. Side stretches, lateral flexion, complementing the back bending. Stay here for 1. Feel the stretch in the left side of the body. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to the center. Bring your hands down to the floor. Take your legs back into plank as you inhale. Exhale, lower down completely. We are going to do the bow pose, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees, hold your ankles or your feet. Inhale and lift your knees and the chest up. And when you're doing Dhanurasana, try to push the legs back, lifting the chest up higher. Opening up your chest. Stay here for 1, 2, your toes can be pointing up or pointing down towards the knees into dorsiflexion or plantar flexion. 4 and 5. Release. Take a breath. And move into your downward facing dog. Press your hands firm, push your hips back and up. Now on the left side, inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward and between your hands. Back knee down to the floor. Lift your chest up, take your hands to the back. Interlock your fingers and lift your chest up once you interlock your fingers. Pressing your fist, your wrist together. Squeezing your rhomboid muscle and lifting the sternum up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Bring your hands up as you inhale. Hold your right wrist with your left hand and stretch on to the left side. Your hips might go slightly towards your right to create a counterbalance. Stay here for 1. Slow breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, take your legs back into plank. Exhale, slowly lower down completely. Bow pose, 1 more time. Bend your knees, hold your feet or the ankles. Inhale and lift up your knees and the chest. This time you also try to lift the knees higher along with the chest. Lifting up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And slowly release after that beautiful stretch. Push your hips back and down in child's pose this time, everybody. Hands to the front, head down, hips resting onto your heels. One, breathe in and breathe out. Take your awareness to your breathing. Notice the expansion in the ribs, in the abdomen. As you practice yoga regularly, taking your practice beyond the body when you are in the pose, noticing the breath, noticing the mind, and quieting the mind, which is the ultimate goal of yoga practice. Now, from child's pose, move back into downward facing dog. Stay here, pushing your chest back. There is a small insect on Martin's mat. Putting it to the side so that it doesn't get killed. Now inhale, lift your right leg up as high as you can. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Back heel lifted up into a high lunge. Raise your hands up. Interlock your fingers and turn your palms up. Now, as you raise your hands higher, sink your hips lower. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take your hands more back. Very good. Stay here for one. Slow down your breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Raise your hands up, exhale, hands down. Bring your back knee down to the floor. Now you're going to move the back knee slightly forward. Yes, little more forward. Yes, hips back and come up into, yes, come up into a lunge. Now you're going to take your left hand onto your left heel. Yes, you can tuck your toes so that the heel comes up and the right hand up. This is a combination of a camel and a lunge, you may say. Camel with the left leg and the lunge with the right leg. Now, once you're in this pose, try to turn the chest up. So right now Martin is turning the chest to the side. Press your front foot firm for stability. Very nice. Stay here for one. Beautiful. 2, 3. Maybe if you can also straighten the front leg. Move it forward. Very nice. Staying here for 2 more breaths. And 5. Release. Slowly come out, bending the front knee, taking both the hands down to the floor. Take your legs back into plank. We're going to stay in plank for 5 breaths to strengthen our core. 5, 4, arms, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down your knees, chest into the floor. Inhale up into cobra pose. Exhale, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Stay in downward facing dog. Now we will do it on the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg up as high as you can. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Back heel and the knee lifted up as we move up into high lunge. Raise your hands up. Interlock your fingers, turn your palms up higher. As your hips sink down, imagine you're pushing the back heel into the wall, that is strengthening and straightening your leg. The hands going up higher first and then back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bring your hands down. Back knee down. Bring the back knee slightly forward. Yes, so that you're making 90-90 with the front knee and the back knee. Now take your right hand to the back. Hold the foot, the heel or the ankle, and the left hand up. Once you are in the position, try to turn your chest up. Stay here for 1. You can also straighten the front leg. Beautiful. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Release. Bending the front knee. Releasing your hands. Bring them down. And take your legs back into plank. Stay in plank for 1. 2. Looking down, relaxing the back of the neck. 3. Activating your legs, your core. 4. And 5. Lower down, knees just into the floor. Inhale up into Cobra pose. Exhale, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Good. Stay in downward facing dog for 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Push your hips back and up. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring your knees down to the floor, onto your mat. Come into kneeling. We will prepare ourselves for the camel pose, Ushtrasana. Yes, you're going to lift your chest up. Come into kneeling. You can either tuck your toes in or you can stretch your feet out. Hands onto the hips. The first round we're going to do with the hands pressing onto the hips, contracting your thighs. Push your hips forward and lift your chest up. Very good. So the hips pushing to the front and this part, the rhomboid muscle pushing up. Elbows coming closer. Now slowly inhale and come out. Take a breath, standing in kneeling. We will now go into the camel pose where we hold the feet. Hands onto the hips again to start with. Push your hips forward. Stay here for a moment. Keep pushing the hips forward. And now bring your right hand down, left hand down into the camel pose, Ushtrasana. Holding there. Pushing the hips forward, lifting the sternum up. And then slowly, once you're done, come back up, go into child's pose. Take a breath in And slowly breathe out. We will do one last time. This time, if you feel your back is warmed up enough, and also back bends also need a little bit of courage. It needs a little bit of letting go of the fear. Come up into kneeling, Martin. We will see if we can go into the Kapotasana. So, you're going to keep your hands to your heart center. The same action. Push the hips forward. Lift the sternum up. Very good. Keep pushing the hips forward. Go back. Go back. Stretch. Hands to the back. See, she's scared. No worries. Take your time. I'm holding you. Yes. Don't join your palms. Good. You can hold that edge. Very good. And push. Beautiful. Keep pushing. Stretching the entire front of the body. Stay here for 1. If you're not able to do this, do the camel pose again. 2. 3. 4. And relax. Child's pose. Slow down your breathing. Slow inhalation and slow exhalation. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Now, come up and sit down with your feet together into butterfly pose. Yes, you can face the camera or to the other side. Feet together. Wrap your hands around your feet and start moving your knees up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to lift your chest up. Exhale and bend forward. Bring your head down towards your feet. You can push your thighs down with your elbows or the elbows in the front. Very good. Slow down your breathing, relax. You can round your back, it's absolutely okay. We've been doing the spinal extension. Now you can flex, you can round. It's absolutely fine as long as you don't feel any discomfort in the body. Now slowly inhale, come up. Now you're going to stretch your legs out to the front for Paschimottanasana. Forward bend. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale and bend forward. Hands down towards your feet and stay there. Relaxing your head. Slow down your breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, raise your hands all the way up. Exhale, release your hands to the side. Now bend your right knee, place your foot onto the floor for a twist. Take your right hand to the back. Lift your left hand up as you inhale. Exhale, bend your elbow and twist. You can stay there. If you're able to make a bind, you can wrap and make a bind. Stay here for 1. Slow breathing. The left leg active, toes of your left foot pointing up. Slow inhalation and slow exhalation. Breathe in and slowly breathe out. Release. Get your right leg straight, bend the left knee, place your foot down, take your left hand back and twist, lifting your right hand up as you inhale, exhale and twist. You can stay there or take a bind. Slow breathing. As you get into the pose, as you become still, take your awareness to the breathing. And as you breathe slow and steady, notice the mind which is moving towards relaxation. Now, take one last inhale and slowly exhale, come out of the pose. Now, we're going to do an inversion. We're going to do a headstand, but if you choose, you can also do a shoulder stand or legs to the wall. So preparing for the headstand, coming into kneeling, interlock your fingers and also measure the distance between your elbows. And then interlock your fingers, make a fist, and bring the crown of the head down towards the floor. Touch it down and lift your hips up, tuck your toes, lift your knees up. Once you're here, you can bring one knee, other knee, stay here or go up, slowly, steadily. Very good. With control, using the strength you've been building up with your yoga practice. Slow breathing. You stay here for 10 breaths. If you're practicing and learning headstand, you can also use the wall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend your knees and slowly come down, one step at a time, into child's pose. Relax. Take a breath in and slowly breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Relaxing your legs, your spine, your hands, your shoulders, and your face. Now slowly come up and lie down onto your back. Now lift your right leg up, hold the back of the thigh and stretch. You can also hold the calf muscle or your foot. Head down to the floor, neck nice and long. Left leg firm, stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend your right knee and take your right leg to the left side into a twist. Stretch your right hand out, press it down. Stay here. 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Release the right leg. Now lift your left leg up. Hold the leg and stretch it up. Maybe 90 degrees or maybe more like Martin is doing in the demonstration. The right leg firmly pressing down. Bring your shoulders down, neck long, face soft for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your left leg bent and take it to the right side into a twist. Stay here, breathing nice and soft. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Now bend both your knees into happy baby pose. Hold the outer edges of your feet. Push your lower back down. Feel the stretch in the back of the thighs. You can rock side to side, releasing any tension in the spine or in the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release and relax into Shavasana. Keeping your hands apart, legs apart, eyes closed. Take a breath in through your nose and slowly breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out, making the ha sound. 2 more times. Inhale and slowly exhale. Inhale and slowly exhale out through your mouth, releasing each and every part of the body, relaxing. Relaxing your legs, relaxing your spine, relaxing your shoulders. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Relax your hands, relax your neck and your face. Complete relaxation. From the physical body, move your awareness to your breath. Notice the expansion of energy. Notice the contraction as you breathe out completely. Contraction is very important for the expansion to happen. Teaching us the principle of duality. The good and bad, the active practice and the relaxing practice. They all coexist. Now slowly start to move your fingers, your toes. Tilt your head side to side, take your hands to the back and give yourself a nice stretch. Bend your knees and turn to your right or the left. Come up and sit down comfortably. Hands to your heart center in gratitude for a beautiful day. It's a nice sunny day here in Bali. We will end the practice with 1 Om and 3 Shanti. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your hands together. Once you feel the warmth in your hands, place it over your eyes, over your face, sending healing, loving energy to yourself. Bow your head down and with a beautiful smile, open your eyes. Thank you, everybody, for practicing with us. Have a lovely day. Have a sunny day. See you again soon, maybe in the same class or in a different class. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you very much.
Bye.